Monsoon storms are tough, but dealing with your insurance company doesn't have to be. If your home was damaged and your insurance company won't cover the full cost, call Galindo Law. We help Nevada homeowners pursue fair compensation. Call Jonathan Wallner of Galindo Law now for a free claim review at 800-251-1533. That's 800-251-1533.
It's Vegas Revealed, episode 280.
The Mayhem Ball brings out the little monsters. Lady Gaga stops in Las Vegas for 3 shows at T-Mobile Arena, and we were at night 1.
How you doing? The Friends experience is now open at MGM Grand. We stopped in to relive some iconic moments.
And Crazy Horse 3 is pushing back on rising prices with deals for locals and visitors.
Plus, Sahara has a summer deal, and is Steve Wynn really Insta-famous?
I don't know. I'm not buying this. We discuss all this and more coming up on Vegas Revealed.
Vegas Revealed, presented by Galindo Law, starts now.
Welcome to Vegas Revealed, episode 280. I'm Sean McAllister, along with Dana Roselli, and we are fresh off exploring the all-new Friends exhibit over at MGM Grand.
That was fun, right? Too much fun. Like, it's really hard to move fast through it. You wanted to look at every little thing.
It was, and there was... So our interview got crashed by 2 very iconic people who are related to the Friends series. We're going to get into all of this and our feelings, our experiences, the visuals, all of it in just a few minutes.
Right. But first of all, apologizing. I'm a little stuffy. I've had a summerish cold.
Summer sniffles?
Yeah, I think I got it at Gaga.
Oh.
Which we're going to talk about.
That's what happens when you're down in the pit.
I know. I was on floor seats. My friend got floor seats. And he's sick too. Because I texted him, he's on vacation. And I was like, hey, you're not sick, are you? He's like, oh, yeah, I'm sick too. And I'm like, okay, well, we definitely got it at Lady Gaga. But we didn't get it because of Lady Gaga. We went to a concert with a lot of people. And let me tell you, it was freaking amazing.
Those little monsters.
Oh, it was such a great show. Okay, so we've seen her obviously at Park MGM. I've seen both her shows there. I actually did see her at MGM Grand Garden Arena like way back. But I don't remember much because it was a long time ago. But anyway, I've never seen her actually do a tour stop recently, and I was blown away because it was so different than her residency, because it was just, she doesn't break character.
Well, and that was one of the things that you'd mentioned when we spoke after you went to see it. You were like, it was so theatrical.
It was so, like the costumes, the sets. And I was sitting next to, actually, Josh Strickland, longtime performer here in Las Vegas. He does stuff all over the world now. I think he's doing stuff with Disney. But I was like, what are the odds I have a floor seat that my friend bought and I'm sitting next to somebody I know? But anyway, we were discussing and he was like, can you imagine getting all these props? I mean, there's like a skull head for one of the, well, it's up there for a long time. And it's huge. It's like huge. And he's like, transporting this from city to city. That's just one of the many pieces of the set.
Yeah, and plus she has a ton of dancers. The musicians, her band, like there's a lot of people who are involved in that show just on stage, not to mention all the crew that it takes to set up, tear down, move everything from city to city.
Yeah, it's so true. And, she did T-Mobile Arena and 3 nights. That's a bunch of nights. And now she's on her way to L.A., soon. I think, let's see, this podcast drops on a Thursday. She starts there, I think, on Monday, the 28th, 29th. Then she's doing following weekend, 1st, 2nd. So she'll be there for 4 nights, but I wonder, if that's part of it. It's a huge undertaking to set this up and break it down.
Yeah, so you want to take advantage of the tour stops when you have them. Yeah. Squeeze in as many shows as possible and take advantage of the set that has been constructed.
But she did, so she does a medley of her hit, like so many, like the first album is very present, which I love. Poker Face, all of that. But then she also sits at the piano and sings Die with a Smile, which everyone absolutely loved. People were going crazy for it. And that's kind of where she did break character. That was like her one moment where she thanked the crowd for being with her along this ride through the journey of her music and so many years. So that was the one moment. But what I'm saying is you're not going to get a lot of, chit chat in between songs because there is a story that you're following along with the music.
Which is what we got at her jazz and piano show over at Park MGM.
Right.
There was a lot of back and forth
Banter.
with the audience, storytelling, going into songs. And by the way, they do still have that Lady Gaga, essentially a museum over at Park MGM where you can go in and look at all of her most iconic gowns and costumes.
I didn't know that. Yeah, that's cool. And there's a lot of talk that she'll be coming back to do that, probably 2026. So
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, it's so popular, But yeah, everyone around me seemed to be talking about how great Lady Gaga looked. Everyone was commenting on how fabulous she looked strong. She was moving. And she sounded wonderful. She sounds perfect live, really. And the dancing, the costume, like everything, it was so much fun. I really enjoyed visually watching the show and watching her do her thing. And I must say, like, I'm always one that's like, I don't need to be on the floor. I'm good back here, my feet up, beer in my hand, Diet Coke, popcorn. But then there is something about being on the floor and that close.
It's a completely different
watching
experience.
Yes, seeing
And like making eye contact, being
Right.
so close that you can make eye contact. It's crazy.
Yeah, we had a lot of fun, but I did get a little cold from there. So anyway, I apologize for my nasalness this whole show. Hey, real quick, Sean, I wanted to mention that before Lady Gaga, we went to Bavette's. Now, we went to night one, and it was a Wednesday, so we figured we'll just walk into Bavette's and get a seat. No. Okay? Like, that place is always packed, and well-deserved, because first of all, we walked in, they're like, well, you can find a seat at the bar probably in the back. Nope, full. And this was Wednesday. Let's see, the show was at 8, but we were like, she probably won't start till 8:45. We'll go 8:30. So I think we went at 7. Yeah, so like 7. And then they're like, no, we don't have an open reservation till 8:45.
Jeez.
So we did find 2 seats at the bar. You can order food there, which is wonderful. And I just have to rave. Me and my friend, he visits Vegas a lot. We're longtime friends in the news business. We started out in Elmira, New York together. And he and I always split the French dip. And I forget how much I freaking love it. And I'm like, I have to talk about this on the podcast. The French dip at Bavette's is a delicious sandwich. You can share it. It's pretty big. And like you eat, like there's no grease. And somebody might be like, well, that's not a good French dip. I want a little grease rolling down my, no, it's amazing. The taste is amazing. And your hands aren't full of grease. You actually are like getting what you paid for, a well done French dip.
Yes.
It's delicious. We each got like a salad and a martini, I think, and just really enjoyed it. I always love Bavette's. It's got a vibe. It's always busy. It's dark in there. It's great.
That's one of my favorite steakhouses in Las Vegas.
Yeah.
We go for special occasions. If we're at home at Christmas time, that's where we'll usually go for a Christmas dinner.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
So we love Bavette's. That's a great spot. I love that. I'm going to need to do this French dip, though.
Do it soon.
Pop into the bar, split the French dip.
Split the French dip. And even the bartender / waiter, because he was the one who brought out our food, he was like, good choice. And he was like, definitely. Like, he loved that we were splitting the French dip and that I got a salad. And Anthony I think he got the stuffed like crab avocado, which was a salad-ish.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, and I got a salad. So he was like perfect. I liked that too. He wasn't like, no, you should order more. He was like, nope, perfect.
The bartenders there are always so good at giving tips and advice on the menu, and from the minute you walk into the door until you're out of there. It's always been a great experience from what I've had at Bavette's.
Right.
And I think a lot of other people share the same thoughts.
Okay, one more thing and then enough about me and we'll move on. My things. I just wanted to give a quick shout out to Brian from the podcast Concierge Confidential. Met him at Delilah. He was at the bar And I just popped in there. Literally, my friend and I went over there for an hour on Saturday night, just because we were like, oh, we should go out and do something. We want to do something close. And I do love that lounge at night. The music is great. You know, you don't have to eat there. You can go to the lounge. And they do serve a limited menu in the lounge. We did get chicken fingers to split after a little while because we were hungry. And by the way, the chicken fingers, plump, juicy. Okay, so, boy, all right. Anyway, we went there for an hour. I want to say that Brian was kind enough to come over to us, and he noticed that there were some seats available, like a couch area, and he said, hey, you know, aren't you Dana? Or I don't know if he knew my name, but he recognized that we have a TV show and a podcast and stuff like that. And I said, yeah. And he said, hey, there's 2 seats over there if you guys want to sit down. And I thought that was so nice of him.
That's great.
Yeah. So big shout out to Brian. He seemed like he wanted to stand because he was like, you know, checking out the sit.
Surveying the room.
Right.
Seeing what the deal was.
Yeah. So that was so nice of him. And now I've subscribed to his podcast. And I'm going to start listening when I can because he's got some good tips, you know, as well. And it's always good to hear different people's take on things, you know? So anyway, if you get a chance, check out Brian's podcast, Concierge Confidential. So thanks so much.
And as a reminder, you can leave your comments, ask us questions, give us topic ideas that you want to hear on the podcast by clicking the link down in our show notes. It automatically sends a text message to us. And we get your feedback, well, immediately. It's a text message. You know how those work.
Yep.
But all you have to do is click that link, send us whatever you want to send us, and then we'll talk about it in our next episode. So we love to hear from you. And while you're at it, if you could give us a good rating.
A 5-star rating and a nice review.
A nice review. We always love that. Christmas in July, we'll consider it, right?
Yes, for sure. Hey, let's talk about Steve Wynn's Instagram. I'm not buying it. What do you think? Sean, you take this one away.
Okay,
I talked enough.
So Dana and I have noticed recently that these posts from Steve Wynn keep coming up in our Instagram feed. And we went to the account. He has like almost 11,000 followers. Just started posting. Let's see. I think it was April of 2020 was the first post.
Right.
And then there was a little bit of a lag. And now there have been more posts on a regular basis.
A lot of activity.
And the account says that it is curated by his family, which is all well and good. But it's fun to read the captions of the photos and videos, though, because they are written like from Steve's perspective in first person.
Yeah.
And so we were just wondering, we're like,
is
this really Steve? Is this really the Wynn family?
Well, and that's what I don't like about all these social media sites going to paid check marks now.
Right. You can just buy the check mark.
Yeah.
Rather than actually being verified.
I mean, like, I guess maybe they would know that Steve Wynn, like, I don't know if anybody can just buy Steve Wynn. I don't know because, like, you need to have proof, right, to be verified. And I don't really know how it works anymore because people can buy them. So it's confusing. And that's what I dislike. But it's Steve Wynn on Instagram, and I guess it's been there for a while. So maybe it is him. I don't know. Yeah, it's written in, and maybe the family member says, hey, Steve, what do you want me to write here? Or what would you say? You know, or that kind of thing. But anyway, I know there's a lot of interest in what Steve built here in Las Vegas, created here in Las Vegas, so much history. Obviously, things didn't end the way, you know, I don't think he would have chosen to move out of Las Vegas and stop, obviously, running and building casinos, but he had to. And now he has moved to upstate New York, where Sean and I are from, actually. Built a hospital there, Wynn Hospital. And, you know, all of a sudden he's just, I don't know, starting to Insta.
Got the itch. He's on the gram.
Yeah.
Letting us know about the projects he's worked on, the organizations that he's supported through the years, his perspective on life in business in Las Vegas. I don't know. It's interesting.
I like it.
I click on the posts and
Yeah.
I like them and I read them.
Yeah, I started following. I'm like, okay, What? Yeah.
has a clip of that commercial from when Wynn first opened. Remember, Steve Wynn was sitting on the very tip of the top of the Wynn Tower with a helicopter flying around with a camera on him. That was a big deal.
It was.
I remember when
deal.
that commercial first came out.
It was shot right. I worked at Channel 8 at the time, and the Wynn is right there in front of us. And I was a helicopter reporter, and I remember we had to clear the airspace and all that. It was a big deal.
Wasn't that there was a famous Hollywood director who did that commercial, and it's escaping me now who it was, but there was a really famous. How's your drink?
Good. Sorry, I wanted the end. Hold on. I'm just trying not to be loud.
A little ASMR break.
Ah, there we go. Okay.
There we go.
Go ahead.
But yeah, so I mean, obviously iconic moments in Steve Wynn's life and career, and now we're getting glimpses of those once again, revisiting them on the Instagram account.
The Instagram account. So I don't know. Let us know what you think. Is it Steve Wynn? Is it not Steve Wynn? Who's running the account? If you run the account, text us.
And I did just notice it's Steve A. Wynn.
Right.
Alan, I believe, is his middle name.
Yeah. But I think if you type in Steve Wynn, it'll come up with a check mark.
Yeah, it does.
So, all right. Do we want to mention Zach Brown? We mentioned him last week. What, tickets now on sale at the Sphere, and then more dates added as usual. It's so hard to. That's why it's so hard to say dates here. Always know if we say the dates of a show within the next week, more shows could go on sale.
It's always those are the dates as of the time that we are recording.
Yep.
But dates are always flying around left and right here in Las Vegas.
So we thought he'd just be here for NFR, Zach Brown Band. Previous dates were December 6th, 5th, 12th, 13th. 5th, 6th, 12th, 13th. And then now added 9th and 10th. So.
Oh, January, yeah.
Yeah, January. Oh, January. Sorry. Yeah, so he'll be back.
Yeah, so he'll be back after.
They'll be back, right? Him and the whole band.
The whole band.
Yeah.
The whole band.
And they're doing their new album. And then I wanted to note that, and I don't know if I did last week, because it's, I think, heavily promoted that it's, has to do with this new album. Some of them songs will be performed live for the first time. But it did say in the release and the kind of synopsis that he will also be doing a lot of his famous hits.
Okay,
that are already out there, which is important for people to know, I think.
It's very important for people to know. And it's important for an artist to do, I think, when you're in a venue like that, too.
Yeah, that's one of our, we talk about that a lot.
We do. You got to do the hits, always. We stopped over to MGM Grand for what feels like years. We have been waiting for the Friends experience to open over at MGM Grand because, I mean, this TV show just it's kind of taken on a life of its own. It's now got a new generation of people watching, plus the original generation of people who watched it back in when it was originally on. And this experience delivers on every single level.
It's great. And it's a little emotional. If you really loved the show and watch it currently often. And I think especially with the loss of one of the cast members, I feel like it makes it even more soft.
It does.
You know? Didn't you feel that?
Well, the chemistry that they had, the humor, the tender moment, like that show had it all, and it made you feel so connected to every single one of those characters.
Yeah. Matthew Perry was a big loss. He played Chandler, in case you didn't know, which everyone does. I mean, it just, yeah, that was hard. So seeing these iconic moments play out and getting to be a part of the sets, and there's some fun moments. It's like, I want to let everyone know what's in there, but I kind of don't, too.
I know.
So let's leave some surprises.
We will leave some surprises, but what we will tell you, you'll get the apartments. That's kind of you expect that.
Right.
To Monica's apartment, Joey and
great.
Chandler's apartment, you get those. But then there are some surprise moments. The title of this experience is The One in Vegas, which is obviously a nod to the way that the shows were titled.
Right.
And there definitely were many Vegas moments throughout the 10 seasons of Friends. And you are going to get Vegas moments throughout this experience here in Vegas, which is appropriate.
Right.
By the way, the West Coast flagship location
Yeah.
for the Friends experience.
It's a big deal, right? And we asked all about like why Vegas. Anyway, why don't we play a little bit of the interview? We did talk with Kathleen Wallace, the vice president of Warner Brothers Discovery Global Themed Entertainment, and Stacy Muscatelli. Hopefully I'm saying that right. She's the CEO of Original X Productions. And they were you could just tell they were so happy that they were finally at opening day. They put their heart and soul into this.
Well, first of all, how excited are you that this is finally open? There's been so much anticipation.
You have no idea. It has been years in the making. Since really 2020, we've been talking about coming to Vegas and looking for the right location and wanting to make sure, location is everything. So wanted to make sure we found the right place at the right time. And we were lucky enough a couple of years ago to get a call from MGM and started the conversation from there. So this has been a labor of love and a long time coming. We're really excited.
Why Vegas? What was the thought behind that? Where you're like, this is the perfect fit?
It's Vegas. I mean, this is an incredible city, and we can reach so many people because of the tourism. We don't have a flagship on the West Coast. We're in New York City, but this serves our fans on the West Coast. And then Vegas is very meaningful to the series because we have those Vegas episodes, which are highly memorable and fan favorites.
Go through the episodes for me, the highlights of Vegas that we'll see in this attraction.
There are a number of them. I think, if you remember, the reason that they all came out was that Joey had left New York because he took a job in Las Vegas. And so we've got the gladiator costume that Joey wears, which is an amazing one. We've got the wedding chapel, which, to Kathleen's point, that is one of the most iconic moments because Ross and Rachel get married, but it's an accident, right? But we know that it's coming. And so, I think there are a number of scenes there. So we play that out, and we've got a chapel. So, I'm hoping that we've got some proposals and some weddings coming our way.
And now when people go through these and from other exhibits and stuff, I mean, they obviously just love taking pictures. People are allowed to take pictures and videos, encouraged.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. That's what it's really all about. I think for Friends fans, it is about feeling like you're in on it, right? That you're, stepping inside that world, that you're on the set, that you're one of the gang. And so we try to, give every opportunity for you to sit on the couch, sit in the recliner, sit at Monica's table and get those pictures.
Yeah, we have multiple premium photo ops, but when you see the super fans come through, they take pictures of everything. Everything. Every prop, Monica's trifle. It's interesting. Yes.
I love it. And the Friends is so iconic. I think there's a generation that there's people who have seen every single episode. But also the younger people are now watching it on streaming apps. I notice I have, friends that have kids that are 18. They're like, we love Friends. We're watching it from the beginning. Are you noticing that?
Oh, yes, definitely. This is a show that is multi-generational. And kids today are relating to it just like their parents did. It's the same themes of, navigating your 20s and dating and apartments and roommates and jobs. And also there's this nostalgic appeal for a simpler time before social media.
I mean, I feel like that's why. And hopefully when younger people watch it, they go, see, it could have been so good. Right?
Yeah. I mean, I always say it's that time in your life where your friends are your family. And I think that's like one of the most special sort of coming of age moments in your lifetime. So I think that, people love aspiring to that or coming back to that. It was a great time in my life, at least.
So tell me a little bit about the experience. So just so folks know, like you come, you do this, you do that, you grab a ticket, how the order kind of.
You can buy tickets online, of course, or walk up and buy tickets. We have sort of an intro moment that brings you, sort of reorients you to the show, into the series, into the moment in time. You start with the fountain and the couch and the light, which, every episode starts there. And so we start with that to kick off your experience. And then we have some behind the scenes, some really great interviews and sort of costume moments and some really interesting info there. And then you come to Vegas, right? So we have this portal into Vegas. You go to the chapel. We have a moment where you leave Vegas. I don't know if you remember, but Joey and Phoebe took the cab all the way home. So you will do that too. And then, we go into the iconic sets, the apartments and the hallway and Central Perk, and lots of little behind the scenes facts along the way. So I think it's for, super fans, it's for casual fans. What I've learned is that everybody's a fan of Friends, even if they're not, even if they don't think they are, by the time they're walking out, they're citing quotes, they're a fan.
Oh, the coffee shop is, ended almost every episode, and it's a place to celebrate the day, recap the day with your friends, and this has always been one of the highlights of all of the exhibits, I would say. Everyone loves Central Perk.
What are some of the details that have been added to this experience that only super fans are going to really hone in on?
We were just talking about one earlier. If you go into the boys' apartment, they have the foosball table, and you can hear chicken duck.
Oh, right.
There was an episode where they got stuck in the table, so that's a nice little Easter egg moment.
We have Ugly Naked Guy.
Yes,
you can
Ugly
actually
Naked
poke
Guy.
him.
So Dana, as we were talking with Kathleen and Stacy, there were some surprise guests that kind of crashed the interview.
And I felt starstruck.
I mean, starstruck, it gives me goosebumps right now, even to think about it again. David Crane and Kevin Bright, who are two of the show creators.
And very well known because because at the end credits, the names come up right away.
Yeah, and Marta Kaufman was the other show creator. She was not there.
Yeah.
But Kevin Bright, David Crane, I mean, those names are just huge.
I know.
And they popped into the interview. We didn't expect it at all. I didn't even know where they came from.
No, they just busted in. It was great. Listen to this moment. Here you go.
For people who have done the Warner Brothers studio tour and have seen the Central Perk set and the elements from Friends on the tour, what additional elements are they going to see here that you don't get on the tour?
They're just going to have to get on the plane at Burbank and find out. We don't give those answers.
Okay, you just got to try it, right? What do we got here?
We're just saying goodbye.
Kevin Bright, David Crane.
David Crane, hi.
Gosh,
Yes.
nice to meet you guys in person.
Nice to meet you.
Oh my, this is exciting. What do you think?
Oh my God, we're blown away. This is absolutely surreal.
How meaningful is it for you guys to just see this go on and on and on?
It's beyond anything, well, certainly beyond anything we could have imagined. And just the fact that we're here 30-something years later, it's mind-blowing. It's absolutely thrilling.
Do you get emotional?
Not watching the show, but walking in here, yeah, a little bit. It's like
seeing them
oh.
walk through this.
Yeah, no, it is very much like kind of coming back into your childhood home, and just stuff comes rushing back. It's amazing.
It really is. What you guys have created. I mean, this is all you
Well,
guys.
what they've created out of what we started. It's really, that's the thing, because we never imagined any of this. This is just really an enhancement of bringing the show to life and out of the TV screen, and allowing the fans to participate and create their own stories in the sets.
I mean, how cool and iconic to have two of the creators of Friends pop into this interview.
And it's funny because it's we felt that way. I mean, these are not people who are known for, their face, being the star of a television show. But that just... that makes their star power even more. Their influence, their what the impact they basically had on.
I mean, they created
pop TV culture.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, these are the minds that are thought of this show. I mean, what a life!
I
would put my collar up, my sunglasses on, and strut down the street every day, knowing that I created Friends. And I would feel proud. I mean, and I would eat a donut and have a whole pizza for dinner.
And I don't know, I think we felt really honored to have the chance to talk to them.
We really did. It was an incredible moment. And good to pick their brain for the short time that we had them. And like we said, and you can hear, they just kind of bombarded
Popped
the
in.
interview. Yeah. So, I mean, we weren't prepared. But we're always off the cuff anyway. So that was a lot of fun. That really was an honor to be able to speak with them. Incredible.
So the Friends Experience, it's now open over at MGM Grand. You can book online. They do have specific times for your tickets. So because they do want to let you, take your time inside the experience, get a bunch of photos. I believe it's like the tickets are $40.
They start at 40.
Which is really reasonable.
That's good. Yeah.
There's add-ons that you can do on top of that as well.
This is not a short tour.
No, it's not.
And that's it. Well, there's not like tons and tons of rooms, but there's a lot to look at, take pictures of, and read. Fashion is a part of it.
Yeah, they have original scripts.
Timelines,
in there.
quotes, yeah. Sections of the show on, playing on TVs.
It's so good. I am 100% going back probably at least 5 times.
Okay, and then this was a big deal. All of a sudden, Sean asks if he can buy something in the gift shop, and they're like, sure. And then they say, you're the first ever sale in the Friends experience. And all of a sudden, these people started clapping. Were they all the staff getting ready for the day?
Yeah, I think it was staff members who were, getting briefed on everything that was going on and what to expect and whatever. This applause just started breaking out because I bought the very first piece of merchandise at the Friends experience in Vegas.
Isn't that was an amazing moment? I think you were really excited. I was excited. I whipped out my camera. I was like, oh my gosh, we have to film this.
I was super excited. Yeah. And by the way, I got Hugsy the Penguin.
Now, what's the story behind that?
So Hugsy is Joey's stuffed animal that he has had like forever. It's kind of like his emotional support.
Yeah, like a baby blanket.
Exactly. Right. Instead of a baby blanket, he has Hugsy. And when Rachel had Emma, Emma really got attached to Hugsy. He loaned Hugsy to Emma to get her to stop crying. Well,
whoa.
Well, Joey did not like that Emma wanted Hugsy.
Right.
So he went out and bought Emma another Hugsy, and she didn't like the new one. She wanted the Joey Hugsy. But he ended up stealing it back.
Oh, my gosh. But it's those little things. Oh, my gosh. Okay, so you bought one.
Bought a Hugsy, and that was the first sale.
The first sale, first purchase ever at the MGM Grand Friends experience. Let's hear it for Sean.
California homeowners, was your home or property damaged by wildfires? Even if you have already filed an insurance claim and received a check, you may still be owed more compensation. Don't risk leaving money on the table. Call Galindo Law now for a free claim review. We'll tell you if your insurance company may still owe you compensation. Call 1-800-251-1533 or visit galindolaw.com.
All right, let's get to our tips. Crazy Horse 3, this is an adult club here in Las Vegas. They are always coming up with such great promotions.
Great creative ideas.
To get people in the door, to keep people there. Well, they have Local Love Thursdays that they have just launched. It features an open bar, free appetizers every Thursday from 8 to 10 p.m., and this is for Nevada residents.
Wow, that's a deal.
That's a great deal.
Right? I mean, okay, and this is right near Allegiant Stadium, too, by the way, everyone. So, they have convenient parking there. They always talk about that around game time, too. Like, if you want to pop in, have a drink, then walk over, or go to a game, come back, and, maybe hit Crazy Horse 3 after or something like that. But they also did want to let us know that the $2 tacos, $1 wings, and daily $7 happy hour offers are for all guests, not just locals. So they wanted us to keep that in mind. They have the $99 bottle specials. They have a lot of things going on over there. So kudos to them. They say, the prices are inflating everywhere, and we're trying to help.
Yeah, and you can get free rides over there. They have, as you mentioned, Dana, convenient parking next to Allegiant. Rides. That was not supposed to be an innuendo, but it is what it is.
Oh my gosh. gosh. That
Transportation, I should say.
Transportation. Listen, they wrote free rides in the press release, so.
It can be interpreted many ways, clearly.
Yeah. So, yeah, exactly. They got a lot of different things. You know, you got to look, go to the website and you'll find more information. But we just wanted to give you the roundabout to let you know Crazy Horse 3 is doing this Local Love Thursdays, and that's a great deal. And then they do have specials for out-of-town visitors as well all the time. I mean, who can beat a $1 wing and a $7 happy hour?
And they say that these are indefinite
Yep.
specials. So there's, you don't have to watch the clock or calendar to know that they're running out because these are ongoing. We have other deals to share with you. This one is Sahara.
I know. Why don't you start talking about this because I need to look up the exact details.
Yeah, so Sahara has a new summer value offer that just came out. I believe it was just this week.
Yep.
They sent us the information. It's an all-in rate experience that includes really good rates on their hotel rooms. They are getting rid of resort fees. They're getting rid of parking fees. They're giving free room upgrades. They're giving late checkout and a complimentary resort credit.
That's a lot.
That's a ton.
Yeah. They're saying hotel rates start at $69 in the newly renovated property. So what were they talking about? $54.95 daily value. Oh, because there's no resort fee.
Right.
Yeah.
No resort fee.
$25 daily resort credit. The free room upgrade. They always have free parking, valet, like you mentioned. And it's easy to get to be honest. It's like in and out. I like that.
And I know that some of their restaurants have deals as well. I believe Bala over there has deals on specific days with bottles of wine, and I think they have special menu specials as well.
Right. I guess you can also get free on-property perks via the Digital Savings Pass, which includes Magic Mike Live and spa discounts, buy one, get one drinks at Zillow Ultra Lounge and more, which is like $150 value. So check it out. We know there's a lot of this going on right now. There's a lot of deals to sift through, but now's the time, man. And like you mentioned, Sean, looks like 50% off premium steaks every Sunday at Bala Italian.
Yes, that's what I saw.
That's for locals and industry professionals with valid ID. That's great. And 50% off bottles of wine every Wednesday at Bala.
Does it surprise you that their steak and wine deal is what kind of got stuck in my head?
No, it doesn't. Not at all.
Two of my favorite things. Add some cheese in there and I'll stay.
No, you do love cheese.
Forever.
Well, anyway, that's what's going on at the Sahara. Again, we do have a lot of summer deals on a blog that we posted on our website. It's vegas-revealed.com. Scroll down to the bottom where you'll see our blog, and I think it's like one scroll over. We've got the full list of all these different Vegas deals for locals. There are like a couple sprinkled in that apply to everyone, but Nevada residents really should be taking advantage of these staycations and stuff.
Yeah, absolutely. And by the way, this all-in rate experience over at Sahara, you have to book by August 10th, and you have to stay at the resort by October 31st.
Okay.
So book now, stay through October 31st.
Perfect time of year.
It really is.
Right? I mean, September and October weather are key. Beautiful.
I mean, we didn't start out with our weather report.
I know we didn't.
Episode,
we went into my summer cold.
Well, that's true. It's oxymoronic right there, summer cold. But temperatures are starting to become a little more mild. Mm-hmm. And I know that's all relative because we're so hot this summer, but it's been, high 90s, low hundreds, which is actually very comfortable here because we don't have humidity.
Right. True. And we haven't had we had a day or two of monsoon weather. It was pretty bad, and it really has not.
It hasn't fired
returned.
Back up again.
No. So I wonder if we'll get that heavy in August. Sometimes August can be thick.
It can
like
be.
the air. I'm
That is
talking
true.
like very humid. So we'll see about that.
Yeah, we'll keep our eye on those monsoonal flows.
Right. Hey, download the Vegas Near Me app if you're coming here. Lots of things to do in there. Basically everything you can imagine. Hours, tickets, maps, the whole nine. You know, I always love to say you don't have to put in a username. You don't have to put in an email. I feel like that's the best part. I am so tired of signing up for things. Aren't you?
Yes.
I mean, like putting your email and then they're like, oh, you've already used this email. You've got to create a new one if you want. And I'm like, this is just too much.
I know.
It really has started to just.
So that is the great thing about the Vegas Near Me app. You don't need that.
No.
Total tangent, but my phone like almost stopped working the other day. I had this notice that came up that said, iPhone unavailable. Try back in 15 minutes. I'd never seen anything like that before. But the reason I bring that up is because all of my passwords are on my phone.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have, I mean, I guess I have them backed up in the cloud and I could like log in on a desktop and find stuff, but it made me like really nervous. I was like, how do I don't think I even know my Apple password off the top of my head.
What? You don't?
No.
Oh my gosh, mine's
Because
ingrained in my head.
I've had to change it like 8 million times, and now it's like 72 characters long with 8 special characters and upper lowercase, and can't be anything like a password you've had before. And
I have never had to change my Apple. My Apple password is the same password as when I opened iTunes back in, I don't even know. I think I was living in my house when I owned a home like 2009.
Oh my God. Back in the days when you would update your iPod Shuffle?
Yes. It's the same password. That is my, why have you changed yours so many times?
It makes me.
It does?
Yes.
I never get asked to change my Apple
really?
password. No.
Oh, I feel like they have just raked me over the coals. Jeez.
Oh my goodness.
So anyway, Vegas Near Me, great app to have on your phone if it doesn't lock you out. The app won't lock you out. Your phone might.
No.
Great app.
Yeah, and they have a lot of deals on there too. So I know everyone's looking for discounts, deals, save money, take advantage. Go to Vegas Near Me. They have a deals page and you'll see what's going on. Comedy club tickets that are all sorts of stuff. Big shout out to Galindo Law, our title sponsor here for the audio podcast and our television show. 800-251-1533 is the number. You never know if you have a Texas home that was damaged by hail or hurricane in the past 2 years. Maybe you feel you weren't compensated by your insurance like you should be. If you are involved in a Nevada monsoon and there's damage to your home and you feel you were owed more compensation. Also, if you were involved in those California wildfires recently, give them a call, 800-251-1533. They will do a free claim review and let you know where you stand and if they can help you.
And you can also visit them at galindolaw.com. That is it for episode 280 of Vegas Revealed. We will be back next week with the cast of the Brotherly Love podcast.
My new favorite.
I
started watching for research and now I'm hooked.
Oh my gosh, it's so fun.
It's on YouTube.
It's great. It's the Lawrence brothers, Joey, Matt, and Andy. They have a podcast now. Of course, they're, TV stars from the 80s and 90s. Well,
Blossom was my jam. I loved the show Blossom.
Whoa.
Yeah, Joey Lawrence was just the
best. That was a great show.
Yeah, he looks fantastic. And he's just, him and I were chatting. We're both 49, so we're talking pop culture. Well, anyway, we'll talk more about that last week. But, all the brothers, great guys. And I know this show they're doing at the Stratosphere on August 15th and 16th is going to be great. So we'll have more details on that next week.
And a great conversation that, I don't know, it made me laugh several times as I was listening back to it. So hopefully it'll make you laugh too.
Yes. All right. We'll see you next week, everyone.
My name is George Meyer, and I'm the CEO and co-founder of a new app called VegasNearMe. I started this project because I was frustrated after missing a Journey concert. Over 1,000 shows and events are in the app. In fact, the app now offers the best prices on shows and events in the city. The app now also includes amazing coupons and deals, including $99 bottle service. Download the free Vegas Near Me app today.